Dear students, my name is Sheikh Rahman. I am from Civil Department, at present working in Angrove Engineering College. Where will be there? In nothing but Godard, so very near to the Surabaya district. So, my dear students, today we are discussing about a beautiful topic, very interesting topic, disaster management and mitigation point of. So at the same time of the topic name is earthquake. The topic name is earthquake. So before the earthquake, what is earthquake? It is one of the type of the endogenous hazards. First of all, it is planetary hazard, planetary disaster. So sub-classification point related to the endogenous hazard. So nothing but here earthquakes. An earthquake definition point. What is an earthquake? An earthquake is a sudden vibration of the earth surface, rapid releasing of energy. So that energy released when two parts of rock masses move suddenly in relation to each other along a fault. So my dear student, what we are discussing about, what we are saying about, maybe nothing but of the a sudden vibration of the earth surface. Why will be suddenly vibrate at the surface? Because of subsurface of the earth, a rapid energy will be released. Why rapid energy will be released? Because of a large rock mass, a huge rock mass will be broken, or maybe some natural forces will be acted. With help of that natural process, geological forces, the rock mass will be broken. That broken rock masses are spreaded or having movement along to each other direction. So then the force will be subsurface to surface to reaches that surface area simply suddenly vibrated. That vibrations are at the surface shaking process we are called earthquake. Okay, otherwise subsurface fault forming process also caused for the earthquake. We are also definitely like that also. No problem. Simply at the surface where we suddenly vibrate or shaking, that process we are called earthquake. Okay, so sometimes will be there focus, maybe where the force will be originated, will be generated, will be happening subsurface of the earth. That particular point we are called focus. Next one, epicenter, a point overlying vertical to the focus point. So above the surface of the earth, that central point we are called epicenter. So next one, isosesmal lines. So nothing but equal intensity point of ground surface will be vibrated, will be oscillated. That moment, that waves will be traveling, energy waves traveling directions we are called isosesmal lines. So next one, earthquake types. So based on the origin, based on the area point of this classification, based on the area, based on the origin area point of tectonic earthquakes, volcanic earthquakes, collapse earthquakes, and explosion earthquakes. So tectonic earthquakes means nothing but a sudden movement along the faults and plate boundaries, or maybe any tectonical boundaries or tectonical plates or continental drifts are main cause for any earthquake. Such kind of earthquakes we are called tectonical earthquake. Maybe due to cause of tectonical movement, due to cause of tectonical drift, continental drift point of any earthquake will be happen or develop or form. Such kind of earthquakes we are called tectonical earthquake. So next, volcanic eruption related earthquakes. Maybe subsurface of the earth, any volcano will be blast or will be erupted. Such times a huge forces will be released. That forces point of any earth surface will be vibrated or will be shaken. That we are called volcanic earthquakes. So volcanic activity play a crucial role, important role, major role for forming, creating of any earthquake. Such type of earthquake we are called volcanic earthquakes. Collapse earthquakes. So these are all small earthquakes. These are all small earthquakes. Why? Because of maybe underground mining activities, or maybe tallest buildings demolition conditions, or maybe collapsing time. Subsurface of the caves will be collapsing time. Earth will be small time will be vibrated, small time will be shaking. Such kind of earthquakes we are called collapse earthquake. Why will be happen? Because of largest underground mines will be sudden collapsing. I mean tallest building demolition time, or maybe collapsing time. Maybe underground caves will be collapsing time. See, these kind of short period of time earth will be vibrated. That vibration we are called collapsing earthquakes. So next one, explosive earthquakes, nothing but the huge bombs, nuclear bomb type of explosives or bomb testings are caused for the explosive earthquakes. Bombs or nuclear bombs are especially those kind of explosive materials will be blasting time. Earth will be vibrated artificial. That kind of earthquakes we are called explosive earthquakes. First two types of earthquakes are natural earthquakes. Second two types of earthquakes are the man-made type of earthquakes. So because of artificial earthquakes. Okay. Next, my dear, so next slide. So earthquake types with based on depth wise, based on focus depth wise. Maybe shallow earthquakes or normal earthquakes. Because the subsurface of the earth we are having focus point. That focus point represented by the where the force will be originated will be generated in subsurface of the earth. That place, that point we are called focus point, right? So based on the focus depth point of this classification, earthquake types have to be classified. So first one is the shallow earthquake. Nothing but of the focus point must should having below less than 60 kilometers up to surface of the earth to the below we have to go into downward direction. Maybe subsurface to surface to subsurface direction. Maybe with having 60 kilometers depth, maybe any focus will be presented. Such a kind of earthquake we are called shallow or normal earthquakes. So next one, intermediate earthquakes. So the focus point of the earthquake is less than 60 to 300 kilometers. Maybe the focus point in between 60 to 300 kilometers depth in subsurface area. Such type of earthquakes we are called intermediate earthquake. And next one, deep earthquake. The focus point represented, the focus point we must present should be present in 300 kilometer to 700 kilometer in between the area. The focus point we have to be represented, we have to be identified or recognized. Such kind of earthquakes we are called deep earthquake. The focus point less between 300 to 700 kilometers. So once again recall 60 kilometers up to 60 kilometers having the normal earthquake or shallow earthquake. Maybe 60 to 300 kilometers intermediate earthquake. 300 to 700 kilometers deep earthquake. Okay. Next one. Seismic waves, different types of earthquake pointers. One of the major subtopic is seismic waves. So my dear students, three types of waves will be there. So one is the P waves, second one is the S waves, and third one the L waves. So nothing but of the primary waves. These are we are also called compressional waves. So which cause the particles of the rock to be vibrate in longitudinal direction. Nothing but with help of them the waves will be displacing vibrating of the longitudinal direction. So these are travel very fast, 8.2 kilometers per second. The seismic station first reached waves are P waves or primary waves. So these are must to travel any type of materials, maybe gases, maybe liquids, or maybe solids. Any kind of materials must ensure that P waves are easily travel. So next one, secondary waves or S waves. So these are the waves or we are also called shear waves, which are transverse in nature. The velocity having by the transverse nature, the having velocity 4.8 kilometer per second only. So these are travel only solid materials, not to be travel liquid, not to be traveling of the gases, right? So next one, third one, L waves or surface waves. When P and S waves are reaches the surface, they have to be converted into the L waves. Simply because of P wave, maybe travel after traveling such a distance, maybe the maximum some scientists are saying not having exact. So P waves has to simply convert as S wave, S wave has to convert as L waves. But based on that focus point of the intensity will be different. The effect will be different. The causes will be different, the impact will be different, speed will be different based on material, based on the focus point, based traveling distance and traveling materials also decide the speed and impact and intensity, right? So next one, so L waves are nothing but when P and S waves reaches the surface, they are converted into the L waves, right? So L waves travel along the surface and causes earthquakes. Maybe my dear students, P waves are only vibrated one or two times, maybe collapsing or not collapsing any building. Maybe S waves three, four times, but L wave until the building will be spoiled, the building will be collapsing, the vibrations will be continuously will be happen. For example, one bottle will be there. We are throwing one chocolate. Maybe it will be falling or not fall. Maybe strike, it will fall or not fall, depending upon force. Maybe second time, same bottle, same chocolate, three, four times we are just strike that one bottle. If falling or not falling, depending on force. But the L waves until the body will be fell down or lie down continuously where the chocolates will be striking on that objective. Here also like that. So next one, three types of SPVs have represented an image point of C that on PVs were speedily intention. Second, SVs are simply vibrated like the wave undulation. But surface waves and L waves are mostly wave undulations will be there until the entire damage will be caused. So why we are called here L waves are mostly loving by the scientist seismologist. Who is the seismologist? Nothing but of the which person has to do in master degree, computer master in seismology, that the person we are called seismologist, right? So seismology is most loving by the alveolus. Next slide. Cause of earthquakes: natural causes, man-made causes. Natural causes are plate tectonical movements, volcanic activities, and water vapors and gases, and process of faulting and avalanches and disturbances in earth balance. So natural causes point of continental drift or plate tectonic movement. If subsurface having any volcano will be blast or erupted, that is one of the causes for the earthquake. And water vapor and gases, and as a process of faulting and avalanches, disturbance in earth balance also. Man-made point of construction of the dams. As a civil engineering point of civil engineers, we are doing this kind of problems causes for the earthquake point of construction of the dams and atomic bomb testings and mining activities, construction of tunnels. Construction of the dams, construction of the reservoirs, construction of the tunnels, or atomic bomb testings, or mining activities, a man-made cause for the artificial cause for the earthquakes. Right? Next slide. So what is the causes point of detail here? There are many things which are caused related to the earthquake, such as underground explosions, movement of the magma and volcanoes, and impact of large objectives at the ground. But generally, earthquake caused by these are not highly intensified or rarely caused any significant damage. So, but the most abrupt of than that devastating earthquake are caused by the movement within the earth crust when the rocks break inside and rub against each other. They are releasing seismic waves, and result of the ground starting shaking and tremors occur. So nothing but large rock masses will be spreaded or maybe broken or to moving each along direction or each direction. Then only some of the earthquakes will be happening. Point out that slide will be represented to us. Next one. So effects of earthquakes. Everyone know maybe loss of the life, maybe any kind of disaster hazard will be must essentially caused by the huge loss of life, huge property damage, huge environmental area will be affected. Whatever it may be the right 3 points for any kind of disaster, any kind of hazards point of. Okay, so first one, loss of the life and loss of the property. Yes, we are agree. Damaged transport system, roads or maybe railway tracks or high national highways or maybe airport runways. So damage infrastructure. So those all will be getting ruptures or cracks. They have to be brutally damaged. And damaged infrastructure, maybe a good house or building infrastructure point of maybe required things will be those all will be broken or will be getting some cracks and fractures. Chances of floods developed cracks in dams. Yes, dam surrounding area may be any earthquake will happen. In the dam, maximum cracks will develop. The cracks will be open. Maybe entire dam structure will be collapsed. Maybe dam why we are using because of lacks of cubic water storage purpose. The entire storage of the water simply flowing downward direction. Entire downward of the dam downside of the area simply covered with simply affected with the flood conditions. So communicate fire short circuits. Maybe any thermal power plant will be the short circuits will be happen. Communication will be problem. Communication will be communication problems we are facing. So water pipelines are series also damaged. Affected the agriculture industry, agricultural land formation also. Ground displacement happen. Liquefaction will happen. Fire action will happen. Landslide will happen. Tsunamis will be happen. Why? Because of maybe bottom of the ocean, any earthquake will happen. That earthquake directly not caused for the tsunami, right? So earthquake example point of last year, 2 years back, Syria Turkey earthquake 2023 on 6th February 2023, 4.4 early morning 4:17 a.m. Duration 80 seconds. Depth and focus depth is only 6 miles or 10 kilometers of the depth. So Richter scale intensity 7.8. So how much of the loss? 163.8, 163.6 billion US dollars or property loss will happen. Loss of the life point of 59, nearly 60,000 people are affected, or maybe 60,000 people are affected, or maybe loss of the life will be happening. So nearly injuring point of 1,21,700 people are injured, 140 people are missing. So next example of the our India Gujarat earthquake 2001, 26th January 1, everyone we are celebrating Republic Day. So, but the earthquake will be happening at early morning 8:46 a.m. So, duration 90 seconds. So, intensity Richter scale is 7.6. The depth focus depth is nothing but of the 17.4 kilometers. Loss of like 20,000 people. So, maybe injured people 1,60,000 people, 60,800 people are injured. The money of the loss nothing but 1.77 billions of the Indian rupees. 1 billion is 100 crores. So that's much of the impact that will be happening. Next. So mitigation measures point of earthquake resistant buildings we must be constructed, retrofitting of the old buildings or weak structures, or must we provide some awareness programs earthquake mitigation point of view and involve NDRF team and NGOs also. Medical care of injured peoples, providing of the local food and water shelters required primary needs point of view have to provide it, and also repairing lines of the communication information and remake the transportation routes. So which are the peoples are affected? Those are all on the recovery point. We must actually maintain some required treatment point of medical care, and also required primary is providing point of food and also water and shelter point of that particular of the NGOs. NDRF team mostly helpful to us, non-government organization. NDRF National Disaster Response Force play crucial role, important role for providing all kind of needs, rescue point of saving of the life point of. Okay, next one. Some zones will be represented here. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 3, Zone 5 point of. So, my dear students, we are especially having the Zone 2, so very safest area. But that northeastern states are having Zone 5 because of the most earthquake happening areas. Based on that intensity, based on effects point of that the Geological Survey of India given this represented map. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 5 point of. 5 zones will be there in India, earthquake zones will be there in our India. So, thank you, my dear students. Thank you very much.